Students, before we leave the analog signals, we are going to talk about another important concept, and that concept is of the bandwidth. The bandwidth of a composite signal gives us the range of frequencies that is contained in that composite signal. So students, if we need to find the bandwidth of a composite signal, what we normally do is we take the highest frequency out of the frequency range of that signal, and then we take the lowest frequency in the frequency range of that same signal, and we subtract that lowest frequency from the highest frequency. Students, एक slide पे चलते हैं, and I'll give you an example of how we calculate the bandwidth of this composite signal. Students, as you can see, on the top, we have got a periodic signal, a composite periodic signal, and it's got a range of frequencies. The smallest frequency out here is 1000 hertz, and the highest frequency is 5000 hertz. If you need to calculate the bandwidth now, it's going to be the highest frequency minus the lowest frequency. In this particular case, it is 5000 minus 1000, and we get 4000 hertz. Now, students, the same is the case with the non-periodic signal. In the case of a non-periodic signal, as you can see, it's not consisting of multiple spikes. We have got a non-periodic signal out here, but essentially the formula is the same. So once again, when you do 5000 minus 1000 for a non-periodic signal, once again you get 4000 hertz as the bandwidth of this non-periodic signal as well. Students, we'll move on to an example. In this case, if a periodic signal is decomposed into 5 sine waves, and the sine waves have the frequencies of 100, 300, 500, 700, and 900 hertz, then the first question is, what is the bandwidth? So let's answer the first question first. We've got a range of frequencies, and the highest frequency that we have is 900 hertz. The smallest frequency that we have is 100 hertz. So the bandwidth for this particular composite signal is 800 hertz. Now, the second part of the question is that we have to draw this composite signal, assuming that the amplitude is 10 volts. So let's do a frequency domain plot, students. And in this particular case, what we have is an amplitude on the y-axis of 10 volts, and then we have got frequency on the x-axis. So basically, if we need to draw it, then our first frequency was 100 hertz. Then we had 300 hertz. We had 500 hertz. ,700 hertz. And the last spike is going to be 900 hertz. And we know that all components have got a similar amplitude, which is 10 volts. The bandwidth, as we have already calculated, is 800 hertz.